Today we're out here alongside the road doing some foraging for some yams, some Dioscorea alata. I've talked about yams in my last two videos. I'm kind of obsessed with them right now. But this edible yam's growing all over Central Florida where we are in Zone 9A. It's got, this particular species has all sorts of confusing names like winged yam, water yam, purple yam, white yam, yame, greater yam, Asiatic yam. So a whole lot of names. It's kind of confusing, but it's growing all up these trees. You can see it's kind of just swamped this area, and down there a little, the camera probably can't see, but there's some growing in the trees down there, and probably countless more plants growing all down in this thicket everywhere. So we're gonna go in here and dig some up and see what we can find. Here we are at the yam. It's a really old plant. There's a whole bunch of shoots coming out of here. I don't know, it might even be more than one plant, but I'm estimating there's gonna be like 40 pounds of yams under here, or more even. And it's interesting, all behind me is growing the air potato, which is a poisonous yam that's naturalized around here, although there are edible types of air potato. They're not in the United States. What I'm gonna do is cut through the root layer around this with my pocket knife. Here in Florida, our soil's sand like a beach, so I'm not gonna use any shovel to dig these up. If you had clay soil, you would definitely need a shovel. But I'm gonna take this knife and just cut the root layer. It makes a flat mass on top of the soil, and then I'm gonna make maybe 3 holes around the perimeter of this and reach my hand under and pull the yam out. And there's two types of yams that'll be underground. There'll be ones that are more than a year old, and after they get over a year old, they get kind of dry, and you can still use them for flour and stuff. But what we're going for today is the growth from this year, and the young ones from this year are a potato substitute, where the old ones are used to make flour and different pastes and stuff. So we're only going to pull out the young potatoes, or the young yams today, and make some food with those. So I'm about to dig these up. I'm about halfway into this mess. You can see all this, all these roots that I'm sparing you the time of watching me cut through, but I'm down now and I'm about to come over and get under this thing and start pulling these yams out. I just got deep enough down to lodge out the first piece of this thing, and it is truly massive, and I'm about to pull it out after about 10 minutes of digging with my hands. Oh, I broke it, but there's the bottom half. And there's the top half. This is probably like 3 pounds. It's probably enough starch for me for a few days. And that's just the first one. I got a few more going here, and this is a year old or more one I was talking about that's kind of dried out and good for flour. And I'm about to pull a massive guy out of the ground here. Alright. Okay. This thing has got to be like the weight of a bowling ball. And this is all this year's growth. This is all a substitute for a potato. So this is a massive amount of food. And the stem's still attached. I'll just cut that off. And the dig continues. Okay, the yam harvest is complete. Here's this year's tubers from this clump. Got, like I said, I don't know, I'm gonna estimate at least 30 or 40 pounds here. And this is last year's tubers, those old kind of dry texture that can be made into flour. This all came from about this amount of space, maybe 2 square feet, which truly shows the amount of potential this plant has to fight hunger, and the potential in the home garden in the southern states, because this was growing here in the wild without any watering or fertilizing or anything, so it's really a remarkable harvest. This would be enough food for a long time, and there's countless more clumps just like this all over here that no one's eating. So I did a little excavation here. I went in sideways and just pulled them all out, and you can see this hole here kind of looks like an animal just dug in there, but truly a remarkable amount. Here's my hand compared to just one of these, and there's like 15 or something, and then again there's the year-old ones. I'll probably just leave these ones behind because I don't really care to make flour with it when I have all these others, but if you were growing it, you definitely could make flour and save it for a few months or up to a year probably, and make bread, flatbread. And we're gonna go back to the house, and well, we're gonna try to haul these back to the house on our bikes and cook these up. So let's give it a... Here's the final product of our yams. We've got French fries, and this is some yams that we put in a cast iron skillet and put the lid on and let them cook. And if you remember at the beginning of the video, when the first yam I pulled out, I cracked it in half. Well, the bottom half is the French fries. We wanted to use it so it wouldn't spoil. Bottom half is the French fries, and there's still more French fries to be made. And the top half was this, which we already ate some of because we were tired of waiting. But yeah, quite a bit of food, and pretty good.